the channel? It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. Back with the best bets for the NBA here for you today on Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. NBA player props, spreads, totals, predictions as always. Guys, we've got 3 picks in the video that I think are great value bets here for this Thursday NBA slate. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. On the road to 9,000 subscribers. We're just about 100 away, so let's try to get there, guys. I think we can do that within the next couple days here. Appreciate you guys. Make sure if you're a returning viewer, you also hit that like button for me as well. Really goes a long way in helping us out here around the channel. So don't forget to also drop your favorite pick down below in the comment section. If you guys like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick and include your pick in the video if it hits. From yesterday, guys, we had Eric Amey calling Jordan Poole over 16.5 points. He cashes that pretty easily. Lit Picks calling Josh Hart over 11.5 points. Cashes that easily. And then John Paul Corrigan calling James Harden for a double-double. Love to see it, guys. Another pretty sweat-free cash there as well. So, great calls once again from our comment cappers, guys. We love to see it. You guys have been absolutely killing it in the chat. Let's keep that going. Make sure you guys drop your favorite pick down below for today's action as well. Let me know what you're playing. It's an interesting NBA slate, right? A lot of big spreads. Couple interesting games definitely on the schedule, and we're about to tap into that. Make sure you guys also check out all of our links down below. Social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, our community Discord page. Great ways to connect with the channel. All those links down below, like I said, in the pinned comment and description. And also check out our Major League Baseball futures video as well. Put a lot of time into that. This is the last week I'm going to talk about it, guys. I promise. But check out the video if you haven't already. Get some ideas for the season, season-long bets, stuff like that. There's 7 picks total in the video. If you do watch the video, also like the video as well. That would help me out. Help me out too. Pretty low on the like count. It's actually got a decent amount of views though, for what it's worth. Anyway, enough on that. Check out our Straight Fire merchandise as well, guys. If you guys are interested in any shirts, hats, not hats. I don't have hats yet. Shirts, signs, mugs, stuff like that, all available on our store. Pinned comment and description is where you'll find that, the link for that. And then lastly, check out our Straight Fire MVP program. This is the one I would definitely encourage you to, if you guys are interested in doing anything at the channel here that way, check out the membership. It is your best value, I promise you. You get access to all of our picks and our plays early, a couple hours in advance of the video, which is obviously very advantageous. You also get access to our Straight Fire MVP exclusive picks of the day, which we've been red hot with those as well. We're 8-1 in our last 9 MVP picks. So we went 2-0 yesterday again on our MVP picks. 1 was plus money in baseball, and then we had 1 in basketball. Now typically we'll have 1 per day, just so you guys know. I had 1 in baseball yesterday just because I thought there'd be a couple rainouts. Just wanted to have some extra plays available, obviously. But yeah, our NBA plays have been on fire. Our exclusive picks have been on fire there too as well. So make sure you guys check that out. Definitely worth the value. You also get some custom emojis, roll call in the Discord, and shout outs in our video. And like I said, great way to support us here at the channel and what we do here at the channel. And it's just 13 cents a day. $3.99 for the whole month. Like I said, it ends up being, a pretty good value there for you. So check that out. Enough on that though. Let's do a recap from yesterday. It was a pretty good day yesterday overall, guys. I'm a little salty, and I'm going to get to that in a minute here. We did go 3-1 though, plus 1.73 units. Another great day of NBA. We're 7-1 in our last 8 picks. We're 25-7 in our last 32 NBA picks. We've been absolutely on fire in the NBA. So that continued yesterday. We swept our player props once again. Kelly Olynyk under 12.5 points. He finishes with 12. He got the 12 points with like 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Didn't score after that. He hit 2 threes though. When's the last time this dude hit 2 threes? That's the only reason he was even close. Still love the call on that. Spencer Dinwiddie, over 24.5 PRAs. This is probably my favorite cash of the day. Just loved everything he did yesterday. He really filled up the stat sheet in every category, which is what you want when you do a PRA. And then Derek White, our exclusive MVP play of the day, over 24.5 PRAs. Once again with Derek White. Derek White just has been treating us so well here at the channel. He cashes again for us. So like I said, we swept our player props. And now I got to talk about the Nuggets spread. Nuggets minus 8.5 spread. Start of the day. Nuggets have everything to play for in the playoff picture. they could slide as far down into the play-in tournament if they were to just, give a game away, right? So obviously you're thinking coming into the, I know it's a back-to-back. I'm aware. It's back-to-back. There's some players on the injury report. I'm like, okay. I'm thinking looking at this injury report, we'll get a couple of these guys playing tonight, no problem. We'll get maybe Aaron Gordon, maybe Jokic again playing, but at least like 2 of their 5 starters I think should play. Maybe 3. 3 of their 5 starters I think should play. Not a 1 played. 0 for 5. They sat their entire starting lineup. Every single one of them. I don't know what to say to it. I was so upset. Very frustrated by that because I think that's kind of messed up, to be honest with you. It's messed up for a lot of reasons. Just from a coaching decision. There's no way all those players, not one of them could have played. I can't. No, it's just absolutely ridiculous that not one of the starters played last night. You mean to tell me they all had injuries or something? Come on. Just stop. Just stop it. I don't even want to hear that. And honestly, it makes no sense. It made absolutely no sense last night. They're playing at home. I know they had a back-to-back, but they played at home the night before. So it's not like it was a grueling back-to-back. It's a home back-to-back. That's not usually a terrible situation. You're playing the Spurs, I know, but you can't afford to give that game away. And they did. They ended up losing straight up because they didn't have anybody. And, at different points of the game, I thought maybe we had a chance because Westbrook was leading the brigade. They were coming back. They, were down 20, came back, took a lead by 5. I'm like, okay, maybe I can just get out of this, get the win, and never have to worry about this again. No, they ended up losing the game straight up. And honestly, the Nuggets look absolutely silly today for that decision. But it is what it is. I can't rant on this for too long. I might touch on it at the end of the video. But I'm going to leave that in the past. We still went 3-1, but that's the play why we missed our sweep. I'm a little salty about it. But let's get back after today, though, guys. I'll talk more about it at the end. I need to get into our picks, though. But let's get into our picks here for today, guys. At number 1, we're going with the Memphis Grizzlies. -4.5 spread here versus the Miami Heat. -105 odds on DraftKings. So when you're looking at the slate today, I definitely recommend looking for games where there's something to play for or taking unders where there might not be. That's fine to do as well. But here, I love the Grizzlies today, guys. I know the Grizzlies have been awful lately. They have lost 4 games in a row. They've played the Warriors, Thunder, Celtics, and Lakers in the last 4. So it's not really that surprising to see that they lost 4 in a row, to be honest with you. Those are some really tough teams playing good basketball right now. So obviously, that's tough. They've gone 2-8 in their last 10 games. They have not been playing well. There's no other ifs, ands about it. Before that 4-game losing streak, though, they played Utah and they won by 34. So this is still a team that I think is very capable. Obviously, they got Ja Morant, Bane, Jackson Jr. All is not lost in Memphis. I know they lost their coach. That wasn't great. They've had a little while now to let that marinate and get over it. And now you're playing the Heat on the road, who are coming off a win in Boston last night. But they're coming off a game in Boston last night. They're going to be a little tired, right? They're hopping on the plane. They got to travel back home. Back-to-back situation here for the Heat. And I don't think that's advantageous versus a Grizzlies team that can run. Obviously, you guys know the Grizzlies can get up and down quick with Ja Morant. And that is not favorable at all for the Miami Heat. When you're talking about Khalil Ware and Adebayo on the floor, these big boys are going to be getting tired. And they've been vital to the Heat of late. These guys are playing big minutes. These guys are right in the middle of the reason why the Heat have been so good. And the Heat might be forced, honestly, to go a little smaller in this game and to play a guy like Ware less minutes, just because they are on a back-to-back. And I think the Grizzlies are going to want to run tonight. I definitely think that's going to be in the cards tonight. You should see the Grizzlies getting up and down tonight pretty quick and putting pressure on the Heat. Like I said, this Grizzlies team, as you guys know, is filled with talent. Desmond Bane, Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and their bench is pretty good as well. So it's hard to imagine the Grizzlies just keep playing like this. They stay 2-8 in the last 10 games. They're much better than this, guys, and I think they bounce back here. I think this is a great spot for them to bounce back versus a Heat team that is probably feeling themselves a little bit. They've won 6 in a row. That's why I think you're getting the value here that's why I love this play, is because you have the value on the Grizzlies spread right now because the Heat are playing so well and the Grizzlies aren't playing well. But I think this is a perfect spot for things kind of to switch around a little bit, and you're going to see the Grizzlies here run, and I don't think the Heat are going to be able to keep up with them tonight. I think the Grizzlies' talent and them getting out and running in transition, I think is going to be enough for them to pull away in this game and win this game by double digits, to be honest with you. We already saw this matchup in Memphis not that long ago, and the Grizzlies won that matchup by 34 in Memphis. So that's what I mean. This is not a good matchup for the Heat. It just is not because of the Heat's bigs. Khalil Ware ain't looking to run in transition, guys. Stop it. Stop it. The dude's 7 feet tall. Same thing really with Adebayo. Adebayo can, to a point. Adebayo's a great athlete. But you're talking about, in general, the big guys getting out and running. Stop. Just stop. No. Grizzlies will run all over them tonight. I think, like I said, great chance here to cover. Love it there for number one pick, guys. We got the Memphis Grizzlies minus 4.5 spread here versus the Miami Heat. Minus 105 odds on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 2, we're going back to a familiar play here. We got Stephen Curry over 5.5 assists here for the Golden State Warriors. We're going minus 125 odds here on DraftKings. Just cashed this play the other day versus the Grizzlies. He finished with 9. So obviously we loved it in that spot. We love it even more probably in this spot versus the Lakers. Guys, Lakers have been allowing the most assists to point guards over the last 15 games. That's really been a trend that's been pretty steady here of late. I think Curry, particularly in this spot, coming off of a 50-piece versus Memphis, you don't think you're going to have attention on him. You don't think you're going to have doubles running out on him and all sorts of stuff. He's going to get some assists tonight. No doubt about it. The last time we saw Stephen Curry put up 50 points, you guys recall, versus the Orlando Magic, what did he do the next game? He put up 13 assists versus the Philadelphia 76ers. That was the season high. No, it's the 76ers, but still. You guys get the idea. His shot attempts went down by 7 in that game as well. So, obviously, I think we're going to see some of the same here from the Lakers. He's going to generate the attention tonight for sure, and he'll get some easy assist chances. Obviously, with the Lakers' problems in the paint with their bigs, should open up Curry to find some guys going to the rim and even at the three-point line. So, absolutely love Curry to go over and assist tonight. Since he's come back from injury, he's also 3 for 3 to this line, averaging 12 potential assists per game. So, he has been the focal point offensively, passing the ball and obviously scoring the ball. He put up, obviously the 50-piece there, which was terrific. I absolutely love that. His minutes also look good. So we saw him play 37 minutes last game versus the Grizzlies. No real concerns with his minutes there. Like I said, the attention will be there after that 50-point game. And the matchup here is about as good as you could hope for. So, love it there for... Oh, and lastly, he's also done pretty good versus the Lakers. He's gone 6 of his last 9 versus the Lakers, which I like seeing that as well. Or rather, 2 of 3 this season versus the Lakers. So, he's done pretty well in this matchup already. So, love it there, guys. For number 2 pick, we got Stephen Curry over 5.5 assists here for the Golden State Warriors. Minus 125 odds on DraftKings. Okay, and finally at number 3, another familiar play. We got D'Angelo Russell under 14.5 points here for the Brooklyn Nets. Minus 115 odds on DraftKings. I could probably talk about this for 10 minutes why I like it. Like I said, I like taking unders with teams where they don't really have a lot to play for. You never know how many minutes he's going to play. He could play 20 minutes today. He could play at most 30. He isn't going to play, I don't think, above 30 minutes for sure. But I could see him honestly playing 20, 25 minutes again, just because of the situation with the Nets. Nothing really to play for here for the Nets. We could see more of the young players getting action as the season comes to a close. And also, from a numbers perspective, it's good anyway. Everything about this is good. He's under in 60% of games this season, 66% of home games. He's under in his last 6 home games with a high of just 11 points. He hasn't even really sniffed this line at home lately, which is great. He's averaging just 9.5 field goal attempts per game, so he's not even really shooting a lot, regardless of who's in the lineup. For the Nets lately, you never know who you're going to get in the lineup either. It really doesn't matter. This dude has not been looking for a shot, and he's not going to be looking for a shot, I don't think, as much today. He is playing his old team. But I don't think that really matters too much. He's under 6 of 9 games versus the Timberwolves, including 2 of 3 this season. Those games coming with the Lakers. But here in this spot, this is a very tough matchup for him as well. The Wolves are pretty good versus the point guard position, allowing the 6th fewest points to point guards over the last 15 games and for the season. So pretty consistent numbers there. They don't allow points to point guards. That's not the spot to attack versus the Timberwolves. Lately, it's probably been more the power forward position where you'd attack if you were to attack. And once again, I think Russell's just in a tough spot. He just hasn't been shooting that much. I mean, last 10 games, like I said, just 9.5 field goal attempts per game. He actually went over last game, but I think that was good for us. That opened up this line to be as high as it is. He had 18 points versus the Mavericks. He shot the ball just 10 times. So, obviously, he had a good shooting game, but in a tough matchup here, it made sense to me versus the Mavs to have a good shooting game. The Mavs haven't been playing any defense lately. So that makes a lot of sense. But versus the Timberwolves here, I think the Timberwolves will have him on lockdown. He'll have to knock down probably 4 threes to hit this over tonight, at least. I think he'd have to hit at least 4 threes to hit this over tonight. And I just don't see it happening, guys. In this matchup, like I said, the Wolves have been so good. You get the blowout potential here as well, which the numbers get even better for us. When his team loses by 10 plus this year, he's under in 72% of his games. So obviously, love seeing that. And the spread is set to 13 in favor of the Wolves. So this is another game where we could see him, just not really be a part of the picture later on in the game. Last time we took this versus the Clippers, it was exactly that. He scored just 5 points on a 15.5 line, and the Nets obviously got absolutely hosed at home. So obviously I think we could see more of that here today. So love it there for number 3 pick, guys. We got D'Angelo Russell under 14.5 points here for the Brooklyn Nets. Going minus 115 odds on DraftKings. All right, guys, that will do it for our picks. Keep in mind, we will have our Straight Fire MVP exclusive pick of the day posted as well a little bit later. Probably close to 12:30. Well, maybe closer to 1. Might be closer to 1 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys are interested in signing up, becoming an MVP, getting access to that, we've been absolutely on fire with those. Cashing 8 of the last 9 MVP picks, and we've had a great season as far as those go. So, like I said, the slate today in the NBA is definitely strange. We got a lot of big spreads. Make sure you guys are careful as we're closing out the season. It's one of those things where the NBA progressively, day to day, is actually getting a little harder to bet. As far as we've been doing really well, but just as far as analyzing the slate, trying to figure it out, it's getting a little difficult because you have a lot of games that you just don't know who's playing and what's going to happen and stuff like the Nuggets situation yesterday. Made no sense. Honestly, that's one of those things where the fans of Denver, not even from a sports betting perspective, the fans of Denver should be mad about what happened last night. Imagine going to a Nuggets game. You're going to watch Nikola Jokic and Murray play. You bought tickets to the Spurs-Nuggets game in April. And, you're coming into the game thinking, there's a lot here to play for. Starters should be playing tonight, and nobody's playing. That's absolutely, that's disgusting. That's just gross. It really is. It's absolutely gross. And the Nuggets should be ashamed for what they did last night. I'm not buying their injury report last night. I'm really not buying it. In my opinion, they should be investigated for what went on last night. That's totally inappropriate to have that many players out on your team. This is your job. This is your job to go out and play basketball. You chose this as a profession. You get paid millions to do it. Go out and do your job. Absolutely ridiculous. You can't show up and play the game you love for millions of dollars. Just stop. I can't with this stuff anymore, guys. The NBA, I will say, I'm disappointed. And a lot of things that have gone on in the NBA this year, I'm disappointed with what I've seen. And I think a lot of people should be disappointed as well. So that's enough. I'm done, but I had to get it off my chest, guys. Yesterday, that aggravated me to the max. Just seeing that happen last night. So anyway, though, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. I hope you guys enjoyed the content and my little rant there at the end. Let me know how you guys felt last night, because I was not digging it last night. So anyway, though, guys, I appreciate you guys been rolling in the NBA. Let's keep the NBA rolling. Absolutely on fire. Appreciate you guys. Check out our Major League Baseball Best Bets video as well. That's going to do it for me. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.